All right, I guess we are live with our Therapy Thursdays. This is the fifth session, as it were, and we're going to be talking about Lopter, Demon King of Inferno. Hail! Actually, we're not talking about Lopter. We are talking about cancel culture and the things that are going on right outside my door. I'm not going to dox myself, but right outside my door, walking across the street. Apparently, I might as well share this little tidbit here. Give me a minute while I boomer my way through this. Yeah, this is. This is what we've got going on right now. In the world of Disney, Downtown Disney reopens Thursday with new health safety measures in place for visitors. Okay, so to decrease my latency here. Okay, so Anaheim, right across the street from me. Disney fans already in line Thursday morning, waiting for the reopening of Downtown Disney after it closed due to the thing that should not be named. Another freaking legendary, really? Anyway, dude, I'm playing that weird card game on there, and I got the whatever her name is, the cat lady. Um, what is the name of that thing? Lao Lao. Yeah, I got the Lao Lao. Oh, I guess it is a legendary. Okay, cool. Anyway, so that is talking shop. Back to this. Right across the street from me, the Disneyland Resort announced last month it would delay its reopening. Nearby business district will welcome back visitors with health and safety measures in place. More than a dozen guests were waiting. No, it's a frickin' line. It's a line to get into downtown Disney right now. That's more than a dozen is an understatement. More than a dozen guests were waiting to walk through downtown Disney 5 hours ahead of the scheduled opening time. The district's new operating hours will be from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, though hours for individual businesses may vary. Okay, so they got that stockpile of fireworks that they let off every night around 9:45. Are they going to start doing that again? I know they missed out on the 4th festivities. Guests can expect to have their temperatures screened upon entry to the district. Face coverings and physical distancing requirements will be in place according to Disney's website. There is also an increased focus on cleaning and sanitation, including new hand washing stations in key areas. The business district, filled with shops and restaurants outside Disneyland, will have limits on capacity, and parking guests will be directed to self-park at the Simba lot at Disneyland Drive and Catella Avenue. Frickin' egg. Pending state and local government approval, Disneyland Resort Parks had planned to reopen July 17th with similar protocols in place. But officials later delayed the reopening of the theme parks and hotel. There was no new date given. Meanwhile, Disney World in Orlando is set to reopen Saturday for the first time since the whatever thing. The beer bug closures in March. Okay, so yeah. Florida. It's a make-believe state. We don't pay attention to what's happening in Florida. It's just like Australia. Um, so before we get to it, we've got to share a little bit of a disclaimer here. And pardon me again while I boomer this. Boomering again. Here we go. And la di da di da. You know, I had put music to this thing, then realizing StreamYard, or at least my version of StreamYard, doesn't share the music. Am I considered a boomer? But, okay, so we actually have some letters that came in. So let's get into that as well. Because I love it when people write to me, DoLlFiEd at Outlook.com, and I try my best to help people with their problems. And I am not a therapist, I am not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do my best to help people understand the other side of the fence, understand what it's like to be in the other person's shoes, maybe, and if anything, you know, balance the imbalance when it comes to understanding. And this letter comes in from. Oh gosh, I better just share this. This is. You know what? This is the kind of letters I get. Hello! With due respect, I count it worthy to communicate you through this medium based on an important issue. This is confidential and private matter. We intend to keep it as such. We need your assistance to relocate the sum of 58 million US dollars. The source of fund is as a result of over-invoiced contract awarded to foreign contractors for the purchase and supply of military equipment, electoral materials. The contract was long executed, and the foreign contractors have been paid. The original contract sum was 110 million US dollars, but over invoice value to 168 million dollars leaves in excess US 58 million. We have moved out of the remaining funds to a neighboring country, Republic of Benin, through diplomatic means. Funds is presently deposited with a security firm for temporal safekeeping in Republic, I suppose, of Benin, or Benin. The privilege was vested on me as the secretary to the government of the Federation. Is this freaking Star Trek? Hail the armored otter. Freaking Jorge. I see you. And Contract Award Committee Chairman, I am Colonel Ahmed Abdul Mustafa. I can be reached on my private tel line. Presently, am in Republic of Benin, making effort to move out the funds to a secure foreign bank account overseas. All I need is your full cooperation to provide suitable foreign bank account to lodge the funds overseas for investment. Your effort will be properly rewarded. Your quick response will be highly appreciated. Best regards, blah, 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 blah. You may read more about this issue in the following links below. Copy to your browser or clicking. Oh my gosh. Anyway, really, this is... These are the emails I get on the damn... Oh my gosh. Alright. To talk about the wonderful thing that is cancel culture. I saw something interesting this morning that I think, for the most part, all of us would be in agreement that this is at the height of stupidity. And as I'm looking at the replies to this, it is um, so yeah, here we go. So we've got Martina Marcota saying, how about no? To this. Cancel culture. If you are canceled but do not wish to be, you must work to earn back people's respect by owning up to the thing that canceled you in the first place, listening to others, educating yourself, and advocating on behalf of the people that you have offended / harmed. And then as you're looking through the as you're looking through the comments section, it's like 16th century evangelical puritanism. Damn, I stepped in some crap. But not every person who has been canceled, hate that word, actually deserved it. The group that cancels is not always correct in that decision, and thinking they are reinforces the issues related to cancel culture. Because cancelers can never be wrong. Oh my gosh. And then there's some people who just who are in agreement. And okay. But back to the original tweet by Martina Marcota. How about no? Yeah. So this is more in line with what we're thinking. This is yeah, these people are insane. First, they want jobs because their attributes have no talent or skills. They want talented people canceled for things that they aren't even worth getting upset over. Yeah. So when they talk about cancel culture and everything associated with that, there's a certain anxiety online. I'm not gonna lie. There's a certain anxiety online because what you say will be judged by a certain group, and that certain group, depending on how crazy they are, will do their best to destroy everything you have. It's like Amber Heard mentality. Oh my gosh, we just came up with something new. Amber Heard mentality. all of these, all of these, I wouldn't say women. I would say there are individuals who crowd up in a group and come after you and assault you and do everything they can to cancel you, to take everything that you have had, that you've worked for, and take whatever they can. What was that deposition by Johnny Depp? Take whatever you can get and then burn the rest. There was a certain group trying to do that with James Gunn a few years ago. Luckily, the execs over at Disney were not having it. The outrage was there was some bit of outrage. I wouldn't say, okay. With James Gunn, it was a little bit different because he had said just some atrocious things. Atrocious. Admittedly, atrocious things. Do you need to get fired for it? I don't. No. He didn't. I can tell you for certain now that a lot of his interactions online have completely changed. Total 180. I mean, before he was complaining about everything to do with politics, and he was part of the Orange Man bad crowd. And to be honest, I think he's still part of that crowd, but he is wisely keeping a tight lip on that. Why? Because he represents a larger contingency. He has to appeal to a larger crowd. He's not working for Troma anymore. He's not part of that small contingency. He's no longer allowed to, and this is the sucky thing about being in that corporate culture. He's no longer allowed to speak out his opinions. And now it's getting to the point online where we are no longer allowed to speak our opinions. We're no longer allowed to have opinions outside of the groupthink mentality. Otherwise, the Amber Heard mentality will come after us. So yeah, that's we got to talk about that because here's the thing. Amber Heard Amber Heard. I hope I spelled her name right. So, going to deadline here. Just Parahid, hail, beware the Drew. Beware the brew. I hope you have your coffee this morning, because we're about to get into some shit. Alright, so Johnny Depp accuses Amber Heard of telling porky pies on third day of explosive libel trial. Oh, thank you, Deadline. Alright. So, Johnny Depp accused Amber Heard of telling porky pies about him to a psychiatrist during a third day of intense questioning over his drug use and relationship with his ex-wife. As his libel claim against the Sun newspaper continues, the Hollywood star suggested there was a benefit to her and Ms. Heard's motivation to tell medical professionals that he was threatened by her career and that a film she made with actor James Franco led to a binge that put him into a hospital. Um, the High Court also heard details of medical notes written by Depp's private doctor, which said the actor romanticizes the entire drug culture and has no accountability for his behavior. The dude was in Blow! And the dude is a freaking. Whatever. He's a. Anyway. The actor was cross examined about a detox trip the couple took to the Bahamas in August 2014, during which Heard says he attacked her, which he denies. The 57-year-old is suing the tabloid's publisher News Group Newspapers and its executive Dan Wu-Tang Clan. Blow's a fun movie. Dude, wasn't Pee Wee Herman in that? I think Pee Wee Herman was in that, and he is one of the drug dealers. Which is funny because you go back to like a Pee Wee Herman PSA back in the day, and he's talking about drugs are bad. He's a freaking. He's stealing. He's slinging. He's slinging fish scale. Ah. LOL, she shit a bed and threw a bottle of vodka. Big deal. Nut up and move on. You threw a crazy hot ratio when you married her in the first place. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Um, he's got to nut up and move on. The only problem is, uh, does he let her get away with it? I don't know the laws in the freaking. I don't know the laws in the UK and what the Sun can and can't publish. But if they publish something that's false and they do a retraction, then that's, that should be fine. But again, I don't know the journalism laws in the UK. Maybe they have to. Maybe the language in the report was not as didn't indicate that. So this is going through, but and it is hilarious. It is a spectacle. It's like I'm getting popcorn just to watch what will happen in this case, because believe it or not, this Amber Heard thing is the whole Me Too movement. Maybe not the whole Me Too movement, but a big part of it. And if this goes down, this is a lot of the wind out of the sails. Yeah, and I am for Johnny Depp getting his career back going. I mean, he can dump crazy out the window and get back to work, dude. Because when he is back to work and when he has gotten rid of the crazy, guess what? He's doing some great stuff. First Pirates of the Caribbean, great fucking film. Second one, not as much. And I don't know when he married Amber. I think it was around the third one. Yeah. Although I. So OZ Steve makes a great point. Maybe. He married a crazy hot chick, almost 20 years younger than him. Yes. Johnny can go cry on his massive amounts of money. Does he have a massive amount of money still? From what I understand, he was buying bottles, estates worth of freaking wine. Um, which is probably why he's taking this lawsuit to the Sun. He's probably a little strapped for cash there. And he hasn't done a lot of work. And the way things are going in Hollywood right now with the thing that's going on, I don't think he's going to have work for a little while longer. He's got to ride out this wave, and, you know. Yeah. So, hit and pushed her. I didn't push, misheard, or attack her in any way. As certainly it was not my condition to do so. He was in no physical condition to push anyone. Okay. Da. So. Okay, so they were living together in 2012 before marrying in Los Angeles in February of 2000. For Pirates film, he's in Tim Burton's go-to boy. He'll be all right once the studios reopen in 2021. Yeah. He'll be all right. He just can't burn through his he just can't burn through his money. But the crazy hot chicks, that's the thing. And the believe all women thing. That's the thing. Like that is about to go down. I think. Remember Chris Hardwick? Anybody? Remember Chris Hardwick? That guy? What is Chris Hardwick up to? I can't remember anything. Like he was, like Chris Hardwick was supposed to do. Oh yeah, yeah. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful. The amount of crazy, dude. You know what happened? Where was it? It was in. Is in Santa Ana that it happened. Some lady cut this guy's dick off. Cut it off, threw it into the garbage disposal, turned it on. There's a certain amount of crazy that you just gotta, nah. Hell no. Johnny Depp is supposed to be worth $200 million. I don't even think I'm worth $200. Yeah. But yeah, Chris Hardwick, freaking chill. Here's the thing: he's married to media royalty apparently. Yeah, he married into the Hearst family. The Hearst family, Lydia Hearst. She Yeah, she's the granddaughter of the newspaper publisher and politician William Randolph Hearst, and the daughter of author and actress Patty Hearst. Yeah, so he is well connected. He is fucking well connected. So Chris Hardwick kind of landed on his feet, but he's not as big a name as what he was when he was doing the Talking Dead and the Comic Con paddles. Oh, thank you, Jorge. But we don't talk about Fullerton. But yeah, he is not. He is not in the good graces of the Comic Con panels or those big industry, those big industry freaking shows anymore because of a stupid thing called Chloe Dykstra. Chloe Dykstra wrote that kind of hit piece. Didn't refer to him by name, but referred to him by his status, by his advancement through the industry at the time. And after she published that piece, she said, "Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Bye." And Hardwick got hit hard. I remember that. I remember that day. Just everything was coming down, crashing down on Hardwick. He had lost his position on The Talking Dead. I think the other lady had to take over for hosting the show. He was no longer in Comic Con. And what was the website that he had? Some weird website that he created. Uh, the Nerdist. Yeah. Holy cow. The Nerdist. Um, yeah, they officially removed his name from the Nerdist website. So yeah, that was the most effective use of cancel uh, during the Me Too movement, and that they effectively canceled him. But with this Amber Heard thing, that could turn the tide. That could turn the tide. Imagine Amber Heard gets called out. All the stuff that's coming out about her, she was borderline sociopath. She's the one that crapped on the bed, cut off his finger, threw a bottle at his head. She's the instigator. Guess what that does? That takes the wind out of the sails. That means all the other stuff. Oh, believe women. All that stuff just gets reconsidered. Remember the days when we required evidence, when we required corroboration, when we needed like character witnesses? Remember that this kind of shit was handled in an actual court? Oh my gosh, those days could be coming back. We could have those days back. Days of actual fucking litigation. Oh. The days when this stuff was ruled out by a group of your peers in an established court setting, not fucking the kangaroo court that is the social media. Yeah, no sympathy for the devil. Shields attacked honest fans and labeled them as istophobes when you start a discussion. Karma's a bitch. Yeah, so Those days could be over. It'll just be another checkbox for. It'll be another checkbox for reasoning, wisdom, understanding, dialogue. It'll be like, okay, remember this? Remember this? Y'all stood behind Amber Heard when she publicly denigrated Johnny Depp, canceled him, or at least tried to. And guess what? Check. He's in a court of law. He was exonerated, and Amber Heard is strapped to a chair somewhere with a straitjacket. You know, imagine those days coming back. Oh, those glorious days where you could actually weigh the evidence. But yeah, that's a. Here's a great bit of therapy that I think everybody needs to have. Is like, we need to have discussions. We need to have dialogue. We need to have, the things that we used to have. Um, because this cancel culture thing is getting weird. I mean, it was weird in the first place, but it is just. It's some weird. It's just like Puritanism. It's what's that one movie? It's getting to the point where we're at Minority Report. Sick your mindless minions on you. Been a victim of just trying to start a discussion about Captain Marvel and how it was a dumpster fire sandwich between two of the biggest films. Uh, yeah. So, yeah, that part I did not get. That was the weird one. Like, she got her powers by shooting that spaceship. But guess who else was on the ground when that happened? If I'm remembering the movie correctly. Yeah, because she shot that thing and it blew up, and she was caught in the blast. But so was Jude Law's character. It don't make no fucking sense. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we got going on. So yeah, even with everything going on, cancel culture, Disneyland opening up, despite the fact, or Disney, downtown Disney opening up, despite the fact that we still got the thing going on that shouldn't be named. Uh, I see the future, and it is bright, and it is a return to form. When the craziest slash hottest one falls by the wayside. Yeah, they made the Skulls refugees rather than the one of the most vile races in the Marvel. Here's the thing about that too. Here's the thing about that. If they do that, then that would mean that a race as a whole is a vile thing. that's that's a no-no. We can't have, as we've learned from the Dungeons and Dragons shit that's going on. We can't have that. We can't have this, a race defined by one trait as an evil race. Like dark elves cannot be completely evil. There has to be some good dark elves. Oh gosh. It's I'm not even going to get into that. It's just anyway, so that's what I got for you today. This is kind of a low effort thing today because there's a lot of there's entertainment news coming out for sure. There's a lot of rumors coming out. There's a lot of speculation. I'm gonna be pumping out some rumors and speculation coming out after this, and yeah, just here's my hope. Disney can't get anything done, from what I understand, for the next 9 to 12 months. They need to get back to work. So all these rumors and speculation I'm hearing, it's kind of weird because I'm just tapping my foot saying, okay, show me the proof. Show me what's going to happen. Yeah, can't wait for Space Marines discussing with you because they can't all be that bad. Ah. Yeah, the Comic Con at home thing, I have no idea what's going to happen with that. I'm already starting to get announcements and press release stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's what we got for the Therapy Thursdays. I hope that everybody can take away a little bit of something that cancel culture eventually will have to take a knee to litigation, to discussion, to discovery, and to evidence. I hope everyone will take away that there's a lot of shit going on. But you know, the shit that's going on eventually will end. Disney will go film productions in Europe with less stringent rules. Oh yeah, fucking yeah. And with lower pandemic numbers, apparently. That's where they'll go. Yeah, because I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier only had a week or so of filming left to do before they premiere their stuff in August. And from what I understand, Sebastian Stan was talking about that it was like a 6-hour movie, which is, I'll take a 6-hour movie. I got nothing but time. A lot of productions in Eastern Europe, yeah, of course, it's cost effective. Yeah, so they got. I'll cover that into the rumors and speculation. So look for that video coming up. But thanks for joining me, guys. And we will do this again next week. Because I am sure somebody out there will want to cancel somebody. Alright. Thanks for joining me. OC Steve, Deviant Porg, Lopter, Demon King of Inferno, and the Armored Otter. Oh, gosh. Alright. And Parrot Head. I saw your stuff earlier, and my pants are off. Later. Bye.